What's going on, guys? So I've been putting a lot of thought into games that keep you stuck in a loop, or things that you want to keep going back to over and over again. Games that you don't feel a connection to as deeply as you did when you first started, but you keep going back again and again. I think over time I saw my relationship change to MMOs, right? So initially I was playing World of Warcraft and I was getting a lot out of it as a kid. As time went on, I found myself going back to it again and again and not really getting anything out of it. It felt more like I was stuck in a machine rather than actually in control of the experience. So it got me thinking, right? What are some games that I didn't feel this way? And most recently, last year, I played this game called Nightrunner's Prologue, which is actually a beta for a game that's coming out next year by a single developer named Gem. So this game is fantastic. It's great. The gameplay is on point. It's a racing game. It has a really tight aesthetic. The music is amazing. The sound is fabulous. Everything about it is great. It's in this tight package. It's very concise. It's not too overwhelming to play. The objectives are very clear. The UI is not overwhelming. It has this style that looks very retro to it. It's tough to explain, but I'm going to show some footage over this video to kind of give you an idea of what this is like. But you have to play it for yourself. It will not do it any justice at all. But it got me thinking about games that really respect the player and the experience that they're going to have, right? And for me, as someone who's always struggled with video game addiction, right, when games are my main regulator for stress and anxiety, avoidance, and I think about it all the time, and then I have to get back to the game to just fulfill some objectives that are already set out for me, it feels a little predatory, that design, and it's baked into the game itself. I could go into some specific examples like modern day World of Warcraft with Blizzard, and just a ton of other MMOs, but I don't think I need to do that. I recently released a video on why MMOs feel like dead nowadays, right? The design has changed. It's different than what it used to be. And I got a lot of comments saying, well, there's RuneScape and there's Escape from Tarkov, and these games are going strong, and they're absolutely right. Right? Those are games that I feel like break that mold a little bit. But I'm also speaking about the individual's relationship to gaming itself. I think MMOs are predatory in that way because they have a lot of red flags. Like, they punish the player for taking a break. There's a bit of an endless treadmill feeling with dailies and things like that. You have this obligation, this pressure to return back to the game. And a lot of rewards and things like that. Looking at you, the remix event for World of Warcraft, it is time limited. You need to get on the game. You need to subscribe for 30 days, pay $15 to enjoy the game for a little bit and get these time limited rewards. So to me, these are all just red flags. But still, World of Warcraft keeps me coming back for nostalgic purposes, I feel. That's a big reason why I play that game. But I feel like Nightrunner showed me, it reminded me of what good design looks like. There's a lot of green flags there. Like, there's it hits every node for me. It hits good music, good story with a good narrative, right? It's light. It's there. It tells you what to do. It moves the game forward, but it's not in your face. It's not shoving dialogue and things like that. There's a lot of mastery. It's a skillful game. It's hard to master. It has an extremely cohesive aesthetic and style that I described before. And this is an important thing. The player is defining the goals in some ways. Like, you could choose kind of what you want to do. Like, sometimes I'll just go onto the game and I'll just drive around. And that's it. I'll drive around for an hour or like 10 minutes. And that's it. That's all I get from the game. That was fun, right? Or I'll just start completing some races, right? So you really get to choose what you want to do with the game. And this isn't a complete game yet. It's not even fully out. But you get that feeling of player agency. Like, there's no nagging UI telling me where I have to go and what I have to do next. I could just enjoy the game in the moment for what it is, hop off, and then come back later on when I'm feeling up to it. Or maybe even play a different game. I think in this way, right, it's a more nuanced take at looking at every game, including MMOs, right? You could play World of Warcraft for these reasons, right? So the same things that I get out of Night Runners, maybe I do enjoy World of Warcraft for the music and the narrative, which I do in some ways, and just the general style of the game that I'm so used to. I've seen it for so many years, 15 years and counting. So it keeps me coming back in some ways, but it doesn't keep me sucked in. I feel like when I get sucked into the rewards and the feedback loop, the gameplay loop rather, and raids and feeling this obligation to return weekly, it starts to become a job and it sucks all the fun out of it, and it creates this feeling of addiction. So I want to reduce that pattern, and I feel like it's not the game that's the problem. It's never the game. Well, it is in terms of predatory design and the way that the game is made by these companies. But at the end of the day, the player, you as the individual, have the agency to decide whether to play a game and get sucked in, or to say, you know what, I feel like I could play World of Warcraft. I could go in, I could do a daily, I could do a quest, I could enjoy it for what it is, and bounce off, right? You could still get fully immersed in something, and not have to feel this obligation and not create this anxiety. There is a way to healthily play video games. I don't think that they need to be this tedious hobby, as it's been made to see over the years. Many people feel that it is this thing that you get sucked into and it takes all your time away. But really, you could look at it as you would look at a book, reading a book, or watching a movie, right? You get a certain thing from it, and you enjoy it for what it is. It's media, and then you log out, and then you could log back in the next day, or whatever it is. So you have these clean stopping points. You can enjoy a player-defined feeling, what it is for you, why you do things. You just take a more nuanced approach to it, and it will actually end up slowly over time changing the way you play video games, and you'll feel better for it. You won't feel like video games are taking over your life, or you're getting sucked into these experiences and you can't get out. It'll be things that you could say, okay, I'm a person who has these responsibilities day to day, and I can play video games at the end of the day on top of it because it's something I love to do, and it doesn't harm me in any way when I stop playing. So I think that this is who this video is for the people that really feel addicted to video games and get sucked in to certain games and fall for the predatory design. I know, and I'm speaking from experience, that I've been there so many times. So I think it's important to help yourself escape those loops in some way. So thank you for watching.